Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode with the one, the only, Billy Fetzke, the owner of Titan Championship. I'm not even going to say wrestling, Enterprise. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Hello. I'm doing pretty
Thank you
good.
for
How
joining
about
us.
you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining us. I know you have a busy season there in the Titan Mobile office. You there? There you are. Okay, now you're unfrozen.
Are you freezing or am I?
You're freezing.
Uh,
That's why, you're always freezing with that tank top you got going on over there.
yeah, it's because I'm in the Titan Mobile office and it's kind of warm in here. But I'm going to be going through the scale now here. So I tried to find a place to pull over before we did this, but that didn't work.
Listen, we're just happy you're here to join us for today. So I want to talk about, we're going to go in a series. So I want to talk about the free-for-all first. What were your feelings on the free-for-all? I want to know how you felt overall about the free-for-all.
I was very impressed. I was very impressed with the free for all. There was a lot of talent there. The I seen a lot of hunger out of them.
Right.
And everybody, they put their all into that free for all, and just like the very first one we did, it was triple to what the first one we did, so that was really cool. I see a lot of these guys and girls,
right,
getting bookings elsewhere, and that's phenomenal. They're getting opportunities, and it's exactly what this was for, right? So, I think it was just all around great. It really was.
And then we had Courage and Power, with Becca Wiley and how she got her win against Tiffany. And it was just an amazing show.
It was from top to bottom. So many great matches out of that night. I mean, the biggest one for us was the main event, PJ and Anthony getting going.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, to the point where which Titan has never gotten before, and was a fight forever chant, and right. I was completely taken back. It was one of those rare moments where I got to sit and watch the match, and right. was an excellent match.
Oh, 100%. PJ and I were just talking about that, about the chant, and about how it was just an overall banger.
Yeah, it was.
And then shortly after that, 2 weeks later to be exact, we had Chosen Pro Wrestling presents Inception. How were you sitting? How did you feel sitting there as a fan and having just letting PJ and letting everyone just do their thing? How did that feel? Was that weird for you?
Yeah. I took a picture. I'm sure I'll send it to you if you don't have it. But I took a picture, after on the pre-event meeting. I said my piece. I walked away, and I took a picture of all of you doing the pre-event meeting, and it was awesome for me to watch that happen. And it was a proud moment of me being so proud of the team, of everybody involved, and I could just sit there and smile, and it was just like, wow, this is so awesome.
Right.
It was weird. I mean, absolutely awkward. But I didn't have no handcuffs. I didn't place handcuffs on PJ.
Right.
I said, if you were going to produce this brand, run this brand, Be as creative as you could be. Do it. I want to watch it, and there was a lot of times that, now keep in mind, I knew the matches, and I only know, being that this is uncensored, I only know who was going over on the main event. I already knew that. But
Right.
all the other matches on that entire card, I did not know one ending on.
Oh, so you were just as surprised as.
So, absolutely. I didn't ask. I didn't want to know. I wanted to see what um captured me, and for people that know me, I'm not a really big wrestling fan. I don't really like
Right.
wrestling, um, but if their story catched me, and the wrestling in that ring, uh, captured me, I mean, you heard as loud as those fans were that night.
Oh yeah.
It captured them, right? So, um, I was pleasantly surprised and
We had a
looking
really good
forward
turnout
to
for the
SummerSlam.
first show.
For the first show, I mean, you know, it's kind of funny. We went from the free for all to, um, which I guess we didn't time this very good, but it kind of shows. It really shows you how strong the Titan family is, because we didn't time this very well at all. So we went from having the free for all to saying, okay, pick your chosen 10, then pick your roster, put your matches together. I need to get them quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get it to graphics, get the graphics, get the hypes going, start pushing it out there. What do we have? 2 weeks?
Right. Yep.
So, right. I mean, it was really that fast. Um,
I'm
but
pretty sure we're
overall,
dropping a new match every day until the show.
yeah, I mean, we went nuts about it, right? But it was done so fast, and for what it for the crowd that was there and as excited that they were, and all the positive feedback that we heard, and watching the wrestlers. I mean, like I said, a lot of them were just completely awesome. Some took me by surprise,
Yeah.
and um, yeah, I was, like I said, I was content. I was happy about it.
I mean, people are still talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still seeing shows that things get pulled up, and it obviously it makes me smile. I can't keep up with everything and share everything. I mean, it's the things that we have out there now on our social media is overwhelming. So
Right.
imagine sharing all that, right?
Titan Enterprise.
Yeah, it
Enterprise.
never stops. It never
Which,
stops.
speaking of Titan Enterprise, there will be a big announcement, correct? On April 29th, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, we should have had the graphic already. I don't. Our graphic guy is literally backlogged with everything we need done.
Right.
And he's trying to pump them out as fast as he can. But there should be a graphic going up soon. In regards to this Saturday, we have a press conference again. And we know the last time we did a press conference, right? So something huge came out of it.
The
So
last press
I
conference
assure you,
talking about the 200-man Rumble.
yes, absolutely. And the one before that was it the free for all Inception, right?
Yep.
Chosen.
Chosen.
So we have another big announcement that's going to happen this Saturday. So I mean, we'll put it live on Facebook as always, and um, it's
And I
awesome. It's
mean,
just a
you were so impressed by Inception that you actually took two people from the explosive division and made them your pre-show.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, why wouldn't I want to showcase that, right? Um, Again, it's putting opportunity on the Titan show. Um, I've got no problem, you know, obviously promoting another brand here on the Enterprise, and um, But it was only fitting, right? I mean, Michael Fain won the main
I
event,
mean,
right, on Inception, and he's going against Ray Calitri for that middleweight championship. Um,
you have E Money Millie going against
versus
Flash Carter.
Flash Carter, right? Um, I know the hype isn't out yet. I don't believe, but we also have another chosen wrestler
Oh,
going to be on the show as well.
okay. I'm
So
intrigued.
I'll drop that right now.
Okay.
Um, but Ken Powers will go one on one with Elijah Eden.
Wow, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one.
So yes, we gave opportunity and spots to the chosen roster, and we'll continue to do so. And for the guys that are working hard and they want to seize that opportunity, and we're definitely going to be there to help make that happen.
I mean, Titan's growing. It's an enterprise. It keeps growing and growing and growing.
And we're going to continue to grow. Even before the New Year's, and I was putting out there, 2023, all gas, no brakes, and we continue to show that. I mean, since January, look what's been done, and look what's been announced to happen,
Right.
and way more to come. I don't. It's again, it's not just me. There's so many people, the team here, that are
Yeah.
working tirelessly and working um, their butts off to keep this train on its tracks, and um, there's going to be no stopping this. I don't. It's hard. It's hard for me because I'm in the mobile office. I'm on the road. I don't have
Right.
the luxuries of what I wish I did. Right, I envy that, but I don't have the luxuries of sitting home, and my only thing is wrestling. I don't have that.
Right.
Neither does Charlie, and neither do most of us. Right? We all have whether our own businesses and our own shoot jobs and our own stuff like that. But every ounce of free time and every single thing we do is Titan. I overheard PJ talking about the sacrifice and the sacrifices that are made.
Yeah.
And best
Absolutely.
believe, um, I know all about the sacrifice. I've been in the sacrifice for 3.5 years now.
Yep.
I'm proud. There's one thing I always tell my roster, and I tell my team, and I tell everybody close to me: don't you ever, ever put your head down for something that you're doing right. Don't ever put your head down. And Titan Enterprise, I mean, we stand by that. Our chest out and our head up, and
Yep.
we just continue to keep moving and keep growing.
It's just one hell of a team working together. Like, I not trying to be biased. I know, with Jacko, I keep trying to be biased, or PJ, I keep trying to be biased, but I mean, not for nothing. We have a fucking amazing team.
Yeah, I mean that we do. I put that all day.
Amazing
I
locker
mean,
room, amazing team, amazing support system. And believe me, to everyone that's watching, Billy and I talk about this quite, I'm going to break the mood here, but Billy and I talk about this quite frequently. We have an amazing team, and we thank all of you for the support and the love and everything for the whole Titan Enterprise. Chosen, Goddess, everything. Titan, all of it. We appreciate all
absolutely,
of you.
absolutely. Every the producers and the agents and Mac being an operating officer here, and there, yourself is extremely big part here. Um, Crazy Antina with her great idea that I'm still working on, and um, which I value dearly. Um, PJ and Moran. I mean, the list goes on and on. Kevin
But
and
Daniel, yeah.
Daniel. I could name everybody on the entire roster,
Yeah.
one way or another, right? Has
But
really,
that's the point, right? So yes, we're very business. We get down to business. We really, you know, we want to do what's right for the business as well, but we really are a family. And I'm not gonna kayfabe that. Like, we're a family. It's
Yeah, I mean, we are. We
and
are.
we'll like I'll reiterate what PJ said. We're like a family, but we'll still beat the piss out of each other.
I mean, that's what we do, right? I mean, not to say that, hey, listen, I don't argue with my own family, and I do, ain't nobody, but we all sit back and we laugh about it later. And, but the thing is they're passionate,
Right.
and if anybody could tell how passionate they are when they're really just being just sincerely passionate, it's me. And I know that. And, the epitome of passion. The one with the most passionate that I deal with on a daily basis. Well, should I say nightly basis? Um,
For us, it's
is
day. For
Kevin.
them, it's night.
Yeah, it's Kevin. During the day, it's SP. Um, Another one that's just extremely passionate. Ideas, throwing them at me, throwing wrestlers at me. Above and beyond what storylines and SP is just he's a machine when it comes to that as well. So but everybody has their unique passion here, and
It's just it's not like everywhere else. But that's
nah,
all I'm gonna
I
say.
thrive. That's what keeps me motivated. I'll have my moments of not necessarily of self doubt. I've had that, a couple months ago for a weekend, but crazy Antina whooped my butt on that one. But um, I'll have my moments. All right, let me change direction. Should I change direction? What should we do with this? Where should we go with this? But then, it'll hit me. I'll come up with an idea. I'll call somebody. I mean, by the time I'm done with the phone call, I'm so motivated. Okay, let's create another show. And
Right.
I heard that PJ announced Chosen in Hoboken. And that did. It came across the lap. I says, "Hey, what do you want? Would you want that?" He goes, "Oh my god, I'll take it." So, you know,
Ben Castle keeps yelling at me in the comments here. He goes, Nettie, you relay this message to Bill. Ben Castle and the Deadly Sins are coming for all. Whoever played my daughter's voice over the sound speaker at Courage and Power was a cowardly act. You come after my family, I take down yours.
and you know what? As much as I don't like the Deadly Sins and what they stand for and what they're doing here at Titan. But I respect boundaries and I respect what is beyond the business when it comes down to people's personal lives and all that. You could please relay because I can't see the comments, but you could definitely please relay to Ben Castle, myself, my management team, sound, production, all that. Nobody had anything to do with that. Everything is done through a laptop. The music's played through the laptop and all our entrances and all that. It's hooked to the internet. It's not hard and it's not far fetched for somebody to hack in or tap in and
Right.
play something like that. So again, we had no control over it. We tried to stop it other than pulling the plug, which would have shut the whole show down.
Right.
But I assure Ben Castle, we had nothing to do with that.
There you go, Ben Castle. There's your answer. Sorry if you don't like it, but that's just kind of how it goes here.
Yeah, I get it, and there's a boundary, there's a line, and that should never be crossed. On behalf of Titan, we apologize to Ben Castle because by no stretch of the imagination is that something I would allow. However, this Saturday, Ben Castle and Frankie Picard, they have to take on Blocks and Mike Harvey.
Mike Harvey.
So I suggest, and I get it, there's still boundaries, but I suggest you focus on what's going to come about this Saturday.
Right. Absolutely. You really never know. Me and Jacko were talking about that earlier today. You really never know what's going to happen this Saturday. I mean, first of all, I need to bring this up because this is my favorite part about Saturday. Okay. The steel cage. The steel cage will be returning this Saturday, April
That next
29th,
level.
at Next Level and at the Manchester Little League.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since we've seen the Titan cage.
Yeah, tell me more about the Titan cage. Like how long has it been since? I think the last time you brought it out was at an Ocean Gate show, right? The outdoor show.
I believe it was Ocean Gate. I know we brought the cage to Jackson. We did the right. We did the cage at Jackson. Which I believe the last time we were in Jackson, we did the Iraqi prison match, right? At Blaze Haram's Iraqi prison match.
Yep.
At Ocean Gate, yeah, we had the cage there. I mean, that was phenomenal. So we've used it, a little bit in the beginning, but we took the hiatus from it. Some of the buildings weren't so high, and we could have ran outside, but we opted not to. But but now you're going to see the return of the cage right here in Manchester Little League, and
that's why it's called Next Level, right? Because
absolutely,
we're bringing it to the next level.
Bringing it to the next level.
That's it. So, how are you feeling about Saturday?
I feel good.
I mean, we have plenty of talent, plenty of amazing talent coming on Saturday.
Yeah.
We have Rocket, Jacko.
The birthday boy. Happy birthday, Rocket.
Yes, happy birthday, Rocket. Today, apparently, yes, today is his birthday. My days are mixed up. I don't know.
He just turned a year older than me.
I believe it.
Yeah.
He could still do more flips than you, Billy, though.
Unless I tumble down a hill, probably.
Nope, not even going there. God, you guys are killing me today. We have Jacko, Rocket, Ray Calitri.
Mm-hmm.
We have Nikki Duke.
Yes.
She's returning. Yep. I mean, we have a freaking hell of a card here. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or doubts about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome putting it together.
Next level. That's it. It's next level.
Yeah, it is. And it definitely, the show before going into May 20th, so what you're going to see out of this show on April 29th, we're going into the Rise of the Titans on May 20th. So,
yeah. And that's at the Highland Arena.
The Highland Arena, correct.
There's going to be a plethora, I'm not sure if I'm using that word right, but a plethora of talent. I mean, look at what was announced so far, right?
Yeah, we've only announced 2 matches. We've announced PJ Savage versus Homicide. I mean, that's an incredible match as it is. I mean, that just speaks for itself. We put out there Cyrus the Destroyer.
Yep.
From All Japan, and he's taking on Trax, the returning Trax.
I was so freaking excited about that.
Yeah, we're happy to have him back. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I haven't seen him in a long time.
And there's much more that is going to be announced after.
Oh yeah, we haven't.
And it's when we talk about, and I want people to really realize, right? When we talk about all gas, no brakes, we're not fucking kidding.
No, we're not. I mean, before Rise of the Titans, we got the Goddesses of War.
Right. That's 2 shows in one day.
The Wrath of the Goddesses.
Venue. Right.
Right. So you go from the Wrath of the Goddesses to the Rise of the Titans. I mean, that's how epic.
And I mean, the last Goddesses show was a hit. I can only imagine what this one's going to be like. Kevin has been working. You all have been working your asses off to put this together. Yeah, they got a new book. Oh, you know what? I believe it. Listen, I'm very impressed. I'm very proud of you, Kevin. If you're watching, thank you for getting a new book because it was time. It was time. It was time. I mean, my fondest memory And when I first met you guys in the Ocean Gate shows, was Billy always had his notebook in his hand.
I do. I still have a notebook. It's over here in the Titan Mobile office. But a lot of it, and I've kind of learned now to just etch or sketch it real quickly on a piece of paper and put it in my center. And then I got to dig through it like an idiot. But yeah. But I mean, I write it on the back of anything. I got placements and whatever. But
listen, you got to do what you got to do. You have an enterprise. It's not just Titan
yeah.
anymore. It's the Titan Enterprise.
The funniest is when it's like, all right, we got to go over the match lineup. We got to go over this. Sorry, I call Steve, and Steve got his note, his electronic notepad.
Yeah.
Steve does the electronically notepad and then sends it to me, and I'm like, okay, we're good, right? So it's like, it's really cool. Some unorthodox ways of doing things, but we get it done. Like I said,
as long as it gets done and you grow and you thrive, it doesn't matter.
Hey, I look at it
this way. The
haters
don't matter. The mistakes don't matter. You're growing, you're thriving, you're being your best you, and that's all you can do.
Oh, who hates me?
Everyone.
Charlie too.
You know what? But who cares?
Never give a fuck. So, the funny part is Charlie. That's he's funny. He was so excited about dropping the hype for Andre. It was like kid in a candy store. So that was pretty funny.
So if none of you have seen and you're watching now, go to Titan Championship Wrestling's Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, and check out. They just announced the other day, August 12th. You're going to have to help me with the town of North Carolina because I don't know how to pronounce it.
Ellerby, North Carolina. Ellerby. At the Rankin Museum.
We are showcasing Andre the Giant.
We are celebrating with a tribute where portions of all proceeds go to the Rankin Museum.
And Andre, I believe it was announced that Andre the Giant's daughter will be there.
Yes, Andre the Giant's daughter will be there. That's, hence we got the permission to have Andre on our posters. And, a lot more is going to be. I mean, we just announced the beginning stages of the poster just to get the word out there. But as time goes along, you're going to see huge things, a lot of cool stuff coming out of that day, to the point where it just may be overwhelming, but overwhelming in a positive way. And we're looking forward to it. And if you looked at Kevin's Facebook earlier, he hinted on something else upcoming elsewhere. So there's like I said, all gas, no brakes.
And you weren't joking. There's no. I mean, to me, I'm thinking all gas to get to North Carolina to experience this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. No brakes. There's no stopping me.
It's got to be awesome.
Crazy Antina commented, no stopping Titan Championship Wrestling Entertainment.
No, there is none. I mean, look what the company's gone through over the past 3.5 years. I mean, we're ready, we're prepped. I mean, what more could happen, right? So
right.
We've been through it all, and we're still here, and we're still fighting, and we're still growing. And the growth is going to continue to happen. We're not stopping that. You're on mute.
My bad. All gas, no brakes. I must say, I was trying to press the comment. Dave Mooch says, wait till everyone hears the meet and greet and their matches and the matches they put on. See?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, I there's another gentleman right there. It's going to tell you. Again, this was just the beginning stages. There was nothing yet out there other than just the tribute and the celebration. But believe
Right.
me, as time goes on, it's going to be positively and exceptionally overwhelming, and we're all excited for this. It's
There's just a lot
we're
happening.
excited for the journey.
Yeah, there's just a lot happening to where I feel like every day people on social media are like, "Oh my God, what's next?" Because I don't, what if they have this planned? What's next? Like, I don't know. I see the comments and I see everyone's reactions, and people are still to this day, a month later, talking about the free for all. So we're making big moves. We're opportunity. That's it. Opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, there's I know the old cliche. It's not a hobby. It's a business, and um, we're about that business, and we're about that. Hey, you know, keep pushing forward. Again, about the riffraff and all that bullshit. I don't. It doesn't stop me. Doesn't phase me. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me.
Yep.
9 out of 10, I don't even see it because I'm in here working my rear end off. Um, aside from that wrestling life, I still have a personal life, and again, when it comes, like PJ talked about before, is that sacrifice. I've done a lot of it, and I've an extreme amount, and but it's all good though. I do it with a smile, but I want everybody to grow that's around us. When we get done with Courage and Power, I was on the phone with Danny Walsh, Degenerate Media, and how super proud of him I am. That
Absolutely.
the fact that he had two crews, and he was filming something else and filming this and editing us, and he was still he took that growth, and I was happy to be a part of that to help him with that growth, with that second team at Courage and Power.
Right.
you know Look with you bring in people to help you, and Netty Photography's growth, and
Thank you.
um I'm proud, and it's whatever we could do to help people grow. What a.
Speaking of helping people grow, this is my question of the day. Okay. For the upcoming wrestlers, for the fans, for the workers, for the production, for everybody, right? What advice would you give them? You can make it a general statement, you can make it one or the other. What is the best advice that you can give someone wanting to be in the business, that's already in the business and working towards being someone big in the business?
Truthfully, I'm probably the wrong person to ask, um because as far as being a wrestler, I'm not.
Right.
I mean, sure, I've got my bumps and bruises and broke a rib once, and
But
sure,
as a promoter,
it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. The marketing, the booking, the writing, the things that happen, because life happens. Even the wrestlers and stuff, it happens. There's so much that goes into it.
right.
It's when they say it's a full-time job, yeah, it definitely is. You know, um, but like I said, it's not easy. I don't know the agenting part like Kevin does with Damage 365 and Zubin DMZ, and
Right.
I don't know the agent aspect of that. Mooch does a lot of agenting with talent. And,
Right.
I don't know that. That's not something I rely on them. Um, but like when it comes down to the wrestling show and the booking and the writing, and it's not easy. It's just if you're gonna do it, learn. You know, you're gonna make mistakes. Everybody does them.
Yeah.
It's how you learn from them. It's how you move forward from them. Never reflect, but always remember.
Right.
Hey, that didn't work. Who's to say it won't try later? Did it work? No, but but it's not easy. You know, like I don't know really what advice I would give other than stay home, save your money. But um,
What do you expect to see from future Titans? What is your expectation of future Titans?
you know, hard work. Nothing's entitled. Everything is completely earned. Whether it's marketing yourself, marketing your brand, protecting yourselves, staying healthy, making smart decisions. Um, that's what I expect. Um, I think that's really everything that I do expect. Once loyalty is given, I give it back naturally. I mean, that's anybody, that's any promoter. That's of course. However, it's what I expect is the training that you put in and the hard work that you put in, the showmanship um, that you put into that ring. That's what I expect. I mean, for argument's sake, look at Jacko. You want to talk about showman? Uh, he's at the top of the world here at this point. So we a lot of big things coming from him too.
Yeah, and like he said in his podcast that we did earlier today, he doesn't even need to know who his opponent is as long as you know that he's, gonna be there. It's gonna be a show.
Well, he nailed it on the head. When he said that, I was actually very impressed. I sidebar messaged him talking about that was excellent. I'm proud because he nailed it. He understood exactly why we did what we did. That's all I had to put was Jacko was in action. It spotlights him. Yeah, sure, I could put an opponent. Everybody puts an opponent. But what about with the single guy periodically that you put out there is in action? Why does it need to have a name attached to it, right? So Rocket's going to be in action again. Could they be in a match? Sure. Could they not? Sure. Could you be walking there with expectations? Sure. Could it be totally different than what you think? Sure. But that's the greatest thing of Titan, right?
Because you
Because
really never know what's
you
gonna happen.
never know, right? You never know. Right in the middle of something, we will switch gears. We've done it before, and it was the jaw-dropping moments. And Steve is really good for those. Even to the point he'll be like, "Well, let's change this," and my mouth will drop. All right, let's go with it. And or vice versa. I'm like, Steve, go with this, go with this. All right, we'll go with this, and he'll have that popping moment too. So
It's gonna be refreshing to see, even Mac like being behind the scenes and doing what he does and everything like that. It's gonna be nice to see the Demon Saints wrestle again.
yeah, we're looking forward to seeing Joker. I haven't seen Joker in a while, so that's really awesome. Um,
Versus First Class, right?
versus First Class, yeah,
Yes.
for the Titan Tag Team Championship, correct?
Yeah.
So I mean, if you think that match is going to go over very easy, no, that is going to be a epic match. Um, so it's we really got a great card.
I mean, look at
show.
Johnny and Roxas versus CMD.
Who?
Moran and Roxas versus CMD. Is that correct?
Oh God.
No.
I don't like those two guys. Anyway, over your head.
Yeah, I have the right here. I needed to make sure I was right.
That's why I said who. I got the stipulation because of because of me and SP, especially the attack on SP. If you thought that I was going to let that go lightly, it's not.
Right.
But they are going to be facing CMD. And if Johnny Moran and Aaron Roxas do not win this match, they are immediately terminated and removed from Titan.
Okay.
Never to return. Doors closed. I don't ever want to see him back. However, if they win that match, I'll extend their time here.
Okay. You heard it here, guys. So this is recorded, and you'll have to come see what happens Saturday at the Manchester Little League.
You can best believe we will no longer see Johnny Moran and Aaron Roxas at Titan.
We have Vinny Pacifico and Chris Cage.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that match.
Oh, that's to me,
that's a banger.
To me personally, I feel like that might be the match of the night.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match. I'm a Vinny Pacifico fan all day, but I'm also a very big Chris Cage fan. And right, absolutely. You know, I love his in-ring work, and you know, I could sit there and watch Chris Cage matches all day. So I'm really, you know, that's one of those. I'm going to be in the chair next to Charlie. Leave me alone. I want to just, you know, give me whatever minutes we gave them. Give me 20 minutes just to watch this, and you know, I'll be focused on that match.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then we have, I always pronounce his last name wrong, TJ Marconi and Steve Off.
Yes, TJ Marconi, he's got a little bit of a break for the winter, you know, on his shoot job, and I used to do what he's doing now. So you always get constantly called in with the bad weather. So we didn't really want to take the risk because, you know, every time we try to put him up there, he'd get called in. Right. But you know, he's returning back on a full-time schedule, and we're happy to see him back. You know, they haven't faced each other in a very long time. I believe it was like 10 years. So, you know, right. So, I mean, you know, you're talking back, 2013. So this is something that hasn't been done in a very long time. So obviously, you know, life directions, but they both, you know, different directions in life. And to see 10 years later, you know, how they perform in the ring against each other, I think is got to be pretty cool.
Oh, heck yeah. And then we have Megan Bayne and Nikki Duke. Megan Bayne's making her Titan debut.
That was one of my surprises, Nikki Duke and Megan Bayne, when I came back off my break. Okay. That Charlie already had was bringing in Nikki Duke, and extremely impressive. Both goddesses are really extremely impressive. I believe this is Megan Bayne's return back to the ring from an injury. Okay. So I'm excited, you know, our debut here. So I'm excited to see how that match comes about, but we're looking forward to it.
And then you said Ken Powers and Elijah Eden.
Yeah, I mean that's
going to be a banger awesome too. Yeah. That gets me very excited.
You know, I seen up close and personal the size of Elijah Eden, and he's not a small dude by no means, right? And he's got some ability in that ring, but you're going one-on-one with Ken Powers, and you know, if you look at Ken Powers' timeline and his progression here at Titan, I mean, this is somebody to be definitely watched here.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he wants every opportunity and every chance here at Titan, and he doesn't care whose neck he's going to step on to get it.
And then you have Titan Killer, Vince Sears, and Stan Styles. That makes me giggle.
That's just extra creamy.
That just makes me giggle just a little bit. It just
why?
Because a guy like a big man like Titan Killer, okay? We all know that we don't want to fuck with Titan Killer. We've seen that very loud and clear. Okay? Versus Stan Styles. Stan Styles is half the size. Granted, he can wrestle his ass off.
But look at the size, look at the strength. It's muscle versus muscle.
Right.
Again, it's what's up here as well as the muscle that is in that ring. Granted, the size difference, I totally agree.
I just think it just makes me giggle because I like Stan and I like his, the whipped cream, and I like all of that. Totally team Stan. However,
Oh yeah.
I've also seen Titan Killer since the beginning of Titan, so I know how freaking tough he can be on people.
Oh, absolutely. But it's also, AJ Penn's and Ray Calitri's insurance policy.
Right.
So, so they're with La Connection. And, again, I mean, no matter what it's going to be, a great match. And if you look at what Vince Harris did at Courage and Power to Jerry Melendez, R.I.P. Jerry.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Poor Jerry.
Poor Jerry. I feel so bad for Jay Outcast, man. That poor guy. Listen,
I gotta give it to him.
He did get his 100 signings, so.
And I'm going to, obviously, 100%. My hands are tied. He's right. And I'm going to address him in the ring, whether he's a Titan, whether he gets his match there that night or he gets it at another date. But he did. He did. He got the signatures. Some of them, I still don't believe Britney Spears signed it, but,
I believe it.
I don't think Madonna signed it.
I know how smooth he can be sometimes. I wouldn't put it past him if Britney Spears signed it.
I doubt very much Hulk Hogan signed it, but it's but he got the 100 signatures, and but there's a little technicality which I will address in the ring, but I will I won't use that technicality against him, but he all I could say is do one of these. Oh, Jerry.
I do that every day of my life. Oh, Jerry, why? All the social media calling you out. I'm like, Jerry, if you want to be a Titan, just shut your little mouth and let Billy talk his talk and just sit there and be a nice little boy so that way you can get what you want. I say it every day. Jesus Christ.
You got it. And there was two little people.
Yeah. My little people.
Really, your little people. Miss Stevie and Mr. J. That started that whole signature thing.
You could say it. I know you're going to say the bullshit.
Yeah. They started it.
Petition.
And so truth be told, it was more later towards the end of the show, but they went around and tried to get as many signatures as they possibly could, and they couldn't reach that number. A lot of us wouldn't sign it because who's Jerry, and but it was weird because I thought I saw Mickey Mouse's name on there. But anyway, it was and they tried. I got to give them the valiant effort. But they had to give them the idea to go electronically. Why these kids?
Listen,
why? Whose kids are those?
Do you know Crazy Antina's? Duh. No. Do you know whose family that is? Mine. That's great. Moving on, because now I feel like we can just snowball from there. We have the handicap match between the Throne and Daniel Alexander.
Yeah, well.
So the story behind that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is during Courage and Power, the Throne came out to help defend the Jacko and, right? Am I right? Am I going in the right direction?
No, you did not go in the right direction. Actually, you crashed into a tree here at this point.
Okay. But see, this is why I said shoot me down if I'm wrong. But I was kind of, sometimes I like to make up my own stories to make me feel good about myself. Okay, continue.
All right, we'll go with that, but we're just going to swerve it a little bit. We'll make pretend it did, but it didn't.
Okay.
No. In fact, the Throne interrupted the match. They were going after the remnants of the division here at Titan Championship Wrestling, which was of South Philly's finest, Shai Cole, Daniel Alexander. And they were attacking Daniel Alexander. Ultimately, South Philly's finest came out and chased them off. But South Philly's finest is not going to be there this Saturday.
Right.
So Daniel Alexander, stands up against bullies. He doesn't like that.
Absolutely.
There's a vibe, right? Again, it's that vibe. We are one vibe, and he he said, "Boss man, I want them both." I said, "But you have nobody here with you." He said, "Doesn't matter. I want them both." And ultimately became Daniel Alexander versus the Throne, Casey and Daniel Riley, as at next level.
I mean, that's all you can. No offense to the Throne, but I'm Team Daniel Alexander. Sorry, not sorry. We are one.
Again,
I'm
the
for it.
numbers odds are against Daniel Alexander. So, as much as whether we a team, whoever, but it's still a numbers game, and you're not wrestling one, you're wrestling two.
Yeah. But you'll have to be there on Saturday at the Manchester Little League to find out what happens.
Absolutely.
I am just, and I want to express this to you, and I want to, make it publicly. And I know I don't say this enough, but as someone who never even really knew that indie wrestling existed, right? So until you guys were at the Ocean Gate shows and whatever, and I just want to make this known that I didn't even know that independent wrestling existed until you guys.
No.
And who would have thunk, right? Because
Right.
oh, Billy's running a wrestling show. What do you mean a wrestling show? Oh, Titan Championship Wrestling's coming to our building. They're gonna do a wrestling matches. Okay. Like that, and then look at now, from doing outdoor shows during COVID, where everyone was stuck in their cars, to doing outdoor shows other places,
Yep.
to now going May 20th to the Highland Arena.
Yeah, we're excited.
When you said in January 1st of 2023, all gas, no brakes, you weren't fucking around.
Yeah, no, but great opportunity comes away. Again, it's about the company you keep. I only work with leaders. I don't work with followers, and I stand by that. And everybody here that's been pushing us along, even the great connections that we have just recently made, they're all leaders. And a very smart man, the owner and the promoter of Invictus, said real recognizes real. And that hit hard. That resonated. And I stand by that as well.
I couldn't agree more. And just the connections that you're making in the business in and of itself, you know what I mean? Working with other promotions and creating your enterprise while still working with other it's just incredible. And I know that all of us, we see it, and we're very grateful for all of you. Fans, talent, owners, everybody. Because without us being a team, there's no I in team, right? So without us being
No,
a team,
but that sure the hell is me. No, I'm only kidding. That's a Kobe reference. I love Kobe.
Yeah, well, without a me and a you, there would be, not me specifically, but whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The enterprise appreciates everybody. We have a hell of a team. We have a hell of a lineup coming up. I mean, you don't even know. Just wait until the May announcements drop. And then from there, we have, like we said, North Carolina in August. We have the summer show for Chosen in June 10th. I mean,
yep, and Hoboken.
In Hoboken. But with that being said, do not forget this Saturday, April 29th, at the Manchester Little League, Next Level. And I will say this, next level is the right words for what this show is going to bring to the table.
Oh yeah, definitely. That definitely sets it off going up to the Rise of the Titans on May 20th. I mean, It's
You
crazy.
can't. There's just no words. Me and you talk about this all
No,
the time. There's just no words.
no, there isn't. And again, I'm appreciative. I'm not the type of person, and I sure the hell don't want no flowers, um, because it's the hard work of the team here. It's the hard work of the people here, and the people we work with. It's their hard work as well, and and I give the utmost love and respect um, to them, and so thankful. It's about making the magic happen. It's about the memories, and it's about my exciting thing is the journey leading up to it, and that's overall learning and pushing and making things happen.
Absolutely. With that being said, before we close out here with the ticket link for Saturday, is there anything else you would like to share with the Titan Nation?
We thank you. We thank you for the support, and we thank you for being there. Because without you, there is no us. And um, you have Titan Championship Wrestling, Goddesses of War Wrestling, Chosen Pro Wrestling, Funhouse of Wrestling, Titan NC, the rental company, and you never know what's upcoming to the Titan Enterprise. But um, we all thank you. We all thank you for the support, and we look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. So with that being said, we plan to see all of you this Saturday, April 29th, the Manchester Little League at Next Level. Get your tickets at www.titan-championshipwrestling.com. They have our upcoming dates as well if you would like to purchase tickets for those. And we will hope to see all of you this coming Saturday. Doors open at 6 p.m. We do have a pre-show, and the bell starts at 7. Did I do that right? Perfect. Thank you for joining us today, Billy. And we will talk to you soon.
And we got somebody special at the front door on Next Level.
Okay.
Tony.
Oh, Tony! What a guy!
Mr. AG will be there. So Mr. AG will be there running the door. We're gonna pee. It's gonna be great.
Oh, great! This just keeps getting more and more crazy. I don't know what's gonna happen. Jesus Christ.
I'm excited.
Me too. Me too. Thank you, Titan Nation, and we will see you all on Saturday.
Thank you.